Hello, and welcome to day 20 of the 30-day challenge of working through depression. And, each day just staying healthy and taking care of ourselves, being mindful of what we think and what we do, and just to keep going, keep moving, just one baby step at a time. And so today is just an abnormally beautiful day, a warm day where I'm at. And my favorite plant that I've planted so far is this lavender plant. I just love how it looks. Honestly, as I'm looking at it closely, I probably deprived it a little too much over the summer of water. But it's just been a beautiful plant, very hardy. And I love, running my fingers through it and taking a big whiff because it smells so good. It's just a beautiful plant. So I thought I'd do a video with it being the main feature. So today on day 20, I don't know about you, but today I was hit really hard with the negative identity based on a circumstance I went through this morning. It was just so frustrating. It's something that I go through a lot. It involves other people. And I've just grown tired of this weary, negative confrontation. And I was thinking about it on my way to workout class this morning, and I'm like, man, I hate feeling this way. I hate feeling powerless. I hate feeling like this is out of my control and I'm just doomed to be this way. I'm doomed to be overcome by this negativity. And so I was really struggling with that. And then, I listened to a couple of podcasts throughout the day. And, on YouTube, I kind of was scrolling through and I found a short clip of a self-help person talking about your identity. And he's like, you're going to exist from the identity you've already, structured of yourself or put together of yourself. So if you see yourself as someone who's defeated, uninspired, tired, out of control, stuff like that, negative things, then that's how you're going to kind of act. You're going to act out that identity. So, I really challenged myself and I was like, you know what? That's right. I'm going to refuse this defeat that I feel. And, I don't know what your situation is, but this situation I'm dealing with is probably going to go on for quite a few years. Let's just put it that way. Without giving too many personal details away, I'm in a situation that, it's kind of a marathon. It's not a sprint. And I'm like, how can I deal with this for the next few years? Like, how can I cope? How can I work through this so it's not like a battle day and night? And so it was really helpful. Because I'm like, that's right, I'm not going to cling to this identity of just like a hopeless, defeated person. Nope, not going to. So I'm just taking a step back today. And, I know it's going to take some work to kind of build the identity of the opposite. So someone who can overcome this challenging situation, someone who does have the tools necessary. And as someone who's an overcomer, how should that someone think and act and feel? So that's kind of that, the internal work I'm doing. It's like, okay, how do I want to think and act and feel so I'm not just a victim of this situation? So that's been really helpful. And, as we're heading into the holidays, it's a hard time of year for me. Like my side of the family, I get along pretty darn well. I have no qualms with going to their place for the holidays, but my husband's side of the family, there was a breakdown between my husband and his dad a couple months ago, maybe about 4 months ago now, and I feel so helpless and hopeless because it's such a broken situation. And I'm like, honestly, my dad would never do what my husband's dad has done. Never. And so I'm struggling with how to deal with a father figure who is not a healthy father figure, who's full of fear and anger and selfishness and pride. And you can't make people change. And so I'm kind of to the point where, I'm going to go to church and I'm going to ask the church, hey, pray with us for, a miraculous reconciliation, because it hurts my heart for this rift to be in the family. Like, my in-laws don't watch my kids. They don't. My father-in-law has really, he's had outbursts to the point of scaring my children, and I just can't let my children be around that. And so it's going to take a miracle. But looking at the big picture, and this is what I encourage you with, whatever you're dealing with, I want you to pretend like you're an eagle in the sky and look down on this situation, see the whole big picture, and see how even the pain has refined you and challenged you. And you know what? This type of pain has refined me and challenged me. I can't control this situation. And what do most people want to do when their loved one is being hurt? They want to jump in there and fight and control. And I have no control. I mean, I can keep my distance and keep my children away, but I can't change this person. And but look how that's honing me. Look how it's crafting me. Look how it's challenging my character and my habits of jumping in. I grew up in a big family, and eventually, after you deal with a lot of siblings, you get pretty comfortable speaking your mind, right? And so that's been a growth process, and I see it as a growth process, and I can only pray that my heart stays soft. That's what I can do, because as long as my heart stays soft, I know I'm in a good place. It's when I become really hard and really bitter, that's not a good place to be. It's just not a healthy place. So, and I love my mother-in-law dearly. She's one of the sweetest people on earth, and that's what makes it so hard and so challenging. But I don't know if you can hear me over the wind. It's just a gorgeous day. So, my challenge to you, day 20, I want you to take a look at the identity you've been hanging on to. Is it a good identity? Is it helpful? Or is it like a defeated, pathetic identity? If so, I challenge you to get a pen and paper out and write out who you want to be. Who do you want to identify as? And this is inner work. So, anywho, I will see you at day 21.